Hello. I think many of you realize that as we get older, sometimes we sleep rather lightly, and therefore occasions like this happen more likely than not. My friend that came to stay with me a few days ago, now back in Europe, sent a message and I felt the under my pillow and wondered, oh, is it Globe telling me I got a new deal? Or maybe my load is running out. But no, it was him. Of course, with the time difference, he was happy to chat. And his mind is full of all of the excitement that he's just recently been experiencing coming to the Philippines. And like many of you out there, I'm sure you will have gone through the same kind of thing, full of enthusiasm, new vitality, one of maybe a new beginning, reminder of one's youth. It started with a photo of a very pretty young lady, maybe 25, I believe. He has actually met her here in the Philippines, and he's beguiled by her. And I say in a tempered way. She's been chatting away to him on WeChat, and naturally, he's been replying. He's not one of you guys that jumps at the first little image that pops up on the screen. He has a more measured approach towards trying to find that special woman. It's not always just about looks. It's not always maybe their circumstances, a feeling of being a white knight on a shiny white horse or something like that. But it's more a time of, it's not really commitment at this stage, but it's certainly one of considered approach. And one can take my hat off to him because so many of you out there seem to rush too fast, jump at the first hurdle. And there's no doubt that some of you find that woman as if in many ways it's the only chance. If you don't take the first plunge, you'll maybe miss out. Well, I can assure you, you won't. It's not that the streets are lined with pretty women here. It's not that necessarily it's going to be that difficult to find someone. Of course, many of you use the phrase, the dating scene. Well, it's a horrible expression, but the courtship, I tend to think of it as the chat-up point. After all, you will have gone through the same process with each one of them, and each one of them you will have maybe learned a little bit more about the kind of women you're going to find. They're going to be eager, they're going to be curious, they're going to be shy, and they're also going to be enthusiastic because they're getting the attention that they probably clearly want. For them, some of them will show their images of you to their friends as if, look what I've got. And for some, they'll be shy and keep it close to their chest, so to speak, which is where you want to be anyway, isn't it? But it is so important that you don't allow that rush of emotion to blind your sanity, one of taking it easy, because there is so much. It's like, it reminds me of a kid's playground. One of those ones where you leave the kids for a half an hour while you do some shopping. And it's full of little balls, all beautiful little coloured balls, and the kids love to climb inside them and hide underneath them. And in a way, you're one of the kids, and they're all the balls, the coloured balls that attract you. And that's to be expected. But again, I say, it's a honeypot. It's a honeypot in the sense that you're allowing yourself to be swept up with all of that good looks, charm, smiles, and often sadness in their eyes, that you feel a need to be their protector. So guys, please, the best advice I can give you is, please take your time, because if you don't, you could end up like myself. And that was not quite how I planned it. But who knows what the future will hold? Who knows whether I too will be swept up by that allure of a Filipina. Bye now.